Hi there. If you're interested in trying the cuisine here in New England, there are several dishes you have to try, including our Boston baked beans and our lobster, and of course, there's our famous New England clam chowder. There's a reason why you don't hear about Baltimore chowder or even New York chowder. That's because here in New England, we know how to make our chowder, and we're proud to show off this New England legacy to everyone who visits us. This is a simple recipe, and it only has a few ingredients. It's basically clams stewed with potatoes and spices, but that's why it tastes so good. A lot of people prefer a thicker chowder, one they need to eat with a spoon, but I've always loved a chowder where you can drink the broth like a soup after eating the tasty parts with a spoon. You can thicken this with flour if you want, but I think it's fine as it is. Also, one more thing. Here in New England, we never pronounce it chowder. If you want the authentic stuff, then it's definitely chowder.
While you can certainly use canned clams, purists will tell you the best clam chowder is always made with fresh clams. It takes about 3 pounds of shelled clams to produce a pound of unshelled clams, and that's what we're using here. We'll be boiling the clams to make broth for the chowder, so we'll need to wash off the clams and remove as much sand and grit as possible. From here, we peel and cut a pound of potatoes into cubes, and we prepare our other chopped up ingredients: 1 onion, 2 stalks of celery, and of course, half a pound of bacon. Now to get down to making some chowder. I'm proud to own a vintage cast iron pot made in New England, which dates to sometime around the 19th century. I'm a firm believer that cast iron is the best there is for cooking many dishes, and that includes clam chowder. We only need to boil a little more than 4 cups of water, which will make all the broth we'll use in our chowder. We won't need to cover the clams completely because we'll be steaming them open in the boiling water. Fresh clams only need to be steamed for 15 minutes. The clams will open up, and that's how we can tell they're ready to be used in the chowder.
And these clams have definitely opened up.
It's very easy to remove the clam meat from the shells. We then dice it, and we're ready to make some chowder. Like many world-famous recipes, preparing New England clam chowder is so easy, anyone can do it. We begin by searing up the bacon in our cast iron pot until it's crisp and all the fat is rendered out. This will take about 10 minutes at the most. We then remove the bacon so we can add it back into the dish later. We can then use the bacon grease to sear and caramelize the chopped onion and celery, which only takes about 5 minutes. Next, we add the cubed potatoes, along with half a cup of white wine to give it more flavor. Once the potatoes begin to soften, we add 2 bay leaves and a dash of thyme. And then we add in our clam broth, cover the pot, and cook the potatoes for 20 minutes.
That is for tender.
Like he said, once the potatoes are soft and tender, we can now add in the clams, along with a dose of black pepper for flavor, and also white pepper. bring the chowder down to a simmer and add cream and butter.
About 2 tablespoons of butter.
We don't want to bring it back to a boil because this would burn the cream. We only need to simmer this for about 10 minutes. And then, when everything is hot and well cooked, our New England clam chowder is ready to serve.